Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cozy Chair. I'm so glad that you are all here today because before I even get to my book, I've got to show you something super cool. This is a reading packet from the Bright Classroom. Look how adorable this is. This is the May reading packet. So guess what? You can get on and get this before May starts. I'm going to show you this whole packet so you can see the wonderful things that are inside of it. Look, this gives you how to use the packet. It gives you all the instructions on what to do, so it makes it really easy if you're a teacher, or if you're a mom, or even if you're a little girl or a little boy and you want to do this reading incentive. These are all the rules of how to use this packet. Okay, look at this. This is a reading log, a garden full of books. You get to color in one flower for every day you read. Look at that. I have a little girl and she is so excited about this reading log because she loves flowers. So every day that we read together or she reads on her own, I'm going to let her take out her crayons and color one of these flowers. I'm just going to put it on our fridge. And look at these ideas. This is the reading challenge page. Oh my gosh, look how cool these are. Read a book about flowers. You could go to the library and find a book about flowers. This one says, read a book on a Saturday. Or this one, this one's my favorite. I can't wait to do this one in May. Read a book outside. Have you ever done that? I'll tell you a secret. At my house, we have hammocks in our front yard, and sometimes I sneak out there just so I can read a book in the hammock. So you go outside and read a book. There's lots of other ideas. And look at this. Oh, that doesn't look like a very beautiful flower. But here's the trick. For every 20 minutes you read, you color in a petal and you cut it out and you paste it on this stem and with the leaves, and it's going to make a gorgeous flower. So these are all wonderful ideas of things you can do to read during the month of May. And she has these for every month. So you've got to go to a Bright Classroom. It's on teacherspayteachers.com. So go on there and you can find this packet. But if you don't want to pay for this packet, we are doing a giveaway. And this is how you play. You just follow the Cozy Chair Club on Instagram and you follow the Bright Classroom on Instagram. We will pick one of you new followers to get this reading packet. She will send you the free PDF to print all of this off for your very own self. And here's the other thing. We want to hear from you how you get your kids to read. What are fun ways you get your kids to read? So you can comment down below. You can comment on Instagram. This is going to be on my Instagram. So we want to hear how you get your kids to read. And hopefully I can't wait to see what she's going to do for the summer months because I'm always looking for fun things to do with my kids to get them to read over the summer. So I hope you like this. And now it's time for our book of the day. I'm so excited. Today we are going to read Princess Gabby Girl and the Sparkly Dress. This book is by Camille Battaglia and illustrated by Karen Wolcott. And you know what? It's a really awesome book, and I think you are just going to love it. Now, if you're a little boy and you don't love Princess Sparkly Dress books, then you can go back to Shark versus Train. But I'm so glad that you're here to hear this story. Okay, let's find out what happens. Oh, look at this. May you sparkle and shine forever. Love, Camille Battaglia. Isn't that great? She signed our book. Oh, look at this castle. Wouldn't you like to live in that castle? It looks like so much fun. Princess Gabby Girl, give us a twirl. This is what the beautiful young Princess Gabby came to be known for around the palace. She loved to dance, and she was the most sparkly of all the princesses she knew. Her absolute favorite thing was wearing dressy dresses, and the fancier, the better. Do you like her fancy dress? Oh, isn't it so cute? One sunny morning, Princess Gabby skipped to her closet and chose a lovely gold shimmery twirly dress. Don't you just love dresses that twirl? When you spin around, they go out and they're so fun to twirl in. She danced around the palace and her joy could be felt by everyone. When we're happy, our happiness spreads to other people. She leapt and spun down the longest hallway until she noticed a light twinkling on the wall beside her. The princess followed the light into a room she had never been in before. Isn't that interesting? Oh, there she is. Isn't she cute? Look at all those sparkly dresses she has in her closet. They're pretty fancy. And she even has bags that match her dresses. And there she goes, twirling down the hall to follow that light. And found a gorgeous, glowing, mirrored wardrobe. The door was open just a crack, and when Princess Gabby looked inside, she gasped in awe and wonder. There, hanging in the closet, was the most extraordinary dress. It was pink like a sunset in summer, light and soft like a bouquet of baby's breath, and covered from top to bottom in sparkles. Now, would you love to wear that dress or what? So sparkly and beautiful. Princess Gabby quickly put on the dress. She looked in the mirror and squealed with delight. She was radiant. I will never take this dress off, not ever. She better take it off sometimes, don't you think? Oh, look, here she is. Something is happening in the mirror. What do you think is going to happen? Have you ever heard of another story where there's magic in the mirror? Just then, the mirror trembled and shined so bright that the princess had to close her eyes for a moment. Hello, Princess Gabby, said a soft, gentle voice. There's someone in the mirror. Princess Gabby jumped back. There was a pretty face like a princess inside the mirror, and it was talking to her. The face in the mirror smiled warmly at Princess Gabby. She was a little startled, but realized that the nice thing to do was to say hello. Hello, mirror, Princess Gabby began. It's a pleasure to meet you, she curtsied. How very polite indeed, the mirror said. I am Miss Marvelous, and it's been a century since a little princess has loved the sparkly dress enough to wake me. Princess Gabby gave a twirl to show just how much she adored the dress. Now, to keep this dress shining brightly, there are 2 things that you must do. 1, you must always use kind words. And 2, you must always do good deeds. Can you do that? Yes, Miss Marvelous, the princess smiled brightly. Kindness and good deeds, always. Oh, look at that. Do you think she's going to be able to keep that dress forever? Do you think she'll remember those 2 things she needs to do? I hope so. Miss Marvelous quickly disappeared in a burst of light. Princess Gabby took one more look at her dazzling dress, and then she rushed off to show it to her family. There goes Miss Marvelous, whoosh, off in the light. Oh, Princess Gabby, you sparkle like the sun, said the queen. Thank you, Mama. The princess couldn't wait to see how her dress might shimmer outside. May I please go to the village park and play? Yes, sweetie, but please take your little brother with you, said the queen. Of course, Princess Gabby clasped her little brother's hand. She had wanted to skip and dance her way there, but happily slowed down to wait for Prince Chase to toddle along beside her. So far, she's remembering to use kind words and to do good deeds, don't you think? When Chase tripped on a cobblestone, Princess Gabby stopped to kiss his boo-boo and give him a hug. Those are good deeds. And when they saw a little girl drop her dolly, the princess picked it up and rushed after the girl to return it. And when the Princess Gabby and Prince Chase finally made it to this park in the village, the princess's dress was shining even brighter than before. Look at that dress. Why do you think it's shining so brightly? Is she using good words Is she doing kind deeds? I think it's making it shinier. Princess Gabby spread love and light everywhere she went. She sparkled at home, she sparkled in the village, and she sparkled at school. On the playground at school, she cheered up her older brother, Prince Polly, who, when he didn't do well on a test, she made silly faces until he was laughing too. Can you make silly faces like her? She makes very silly faces. Princess Gabby made a new friend in Chloe when she shared her pretty pink princess cake with her at lunch. Oh my goodness, look at that cake. Can you imagine taking that kind of a cake to school? That would be pretty neat, don't you think? While walking home from school, Princess Gabby noticed one of the palace puppies named Beau had wandered off, and she smiled as she brought him back to his royal doghouse. Do you have a dog at home? Don't you wish their doghouse looked like that? So cool, right? And the princess invited everyone, yes, everyone, from school to her dress-up birthday ball at the palace. She even shared all her new toys with them. Wow, she is just doing great. And look at that dress. Boy, it is just shining away. Uh-oh. Looks like there might be some trouble coming. Early the morning after her birthday ball, Prince Chase was making an awful racket with his toy bubble-blowing lawnmower in the hallway. Princess Gabby stumbled out of bed and stubbed her toe on the nightstand. Ouch! She bumped her head on the edge of her bed double. Ouch! The princess did not feel very sparkly at all. Hard to feel sparkly when you're feeling upset? It sure is. Still sniffling, Princess Gabby put on her dress and went down to the palace sunroom for breakfast. She liked to eat pancakes for breakfast every morning. Thank you very much. But this morning the princess had put pepper on her pancakes, thinking they were sprinkles. Princess Gabby did not like pepper. Pepper was not pretty. The princess was tired, the princess's toe hurt, and her forehead too, and now the princess was hungry. Do you feel very happy when you're hungry? I don't feel very happy when I'm hungry. The royal chef asked if Princess Gabby liked her pancakes, and she replied not very kindly. No, I do not. Not at all. Sorry, princess, the royal chef said. Can I make you something else? No, replied the princess curtly. Princess Gabby thought the chef looked a little sad, but Princess Gabby was not going to try even one bite of her pancakes with pepper on top. She didn't bother to tell the chef about her mistake of peppering her pancakes. It's not the chef's fault that there's pepper on the pancakes, is it? After breakfast, when Prince Chase wanted to play with the big bouncy ball the princess had gotten for her birthday, Princess Gabby gave a firm no. When it was time to go to school and the queen asked Princess Gabby to put on her glass slippers, Princess Gabby declared, I'm not going to school. Of course, even princesses must go to school, but Princess Gabby was not happy about it. After taking a very, 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 very long time to put on her glass slippers, the princess finally stomped out the door, and grumpy as she was, she did not realize that her dress was a little less glittery than it had been the day before. What's happening? She's starting to plink, 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 lose her sparkles. I hope she can figure it out before it's too late. Princess Gabby could not seem to get out of her grouchy mood. It followed her everywhere. By the end of the week, she was saying things like, I'm not taking turns with my friends, and I'm not eating my vegetables, and I'm not helping to clean up. Slowly, her dress was losing its shimmer. After the princess shouted at her little brother for spilling milk on her dress, the queen said, Princess Gabby, have you noticed that your dress isn't shining? Princess Gabby looked down. Her dress was dingy and dirty. Many of the sparkles were hanging on by a thread, and all of them were very dull. Oh dear, look at that. The sparkles are falling off. Princess Gabby tried to wash her dress. She tried to hang her dress in the sun. She even tried to sprinkle glitter on it. but nothing made the dress really glow. Finally, out of ideas, Princess Gabby went to put it back in the mirrored closet where she had found it. All those ideas? How come they're not working? Because she forgot those two things. Do you remember what those two things are? Let's see. Here she goes. She's going to go put it back. Just when Princess Gabby walked into the room, the mirrored closet began to tremble. A bright light beamed, and the princess had to cover her eyes for a moment. When she opened them, Miss Marvelous was looking at her from the mirror. Princess Gabby, have you forgotten the secret to your dress shining brightly? Princess Gabby nodded and stared down at the dull dress in her hands. You must always be kind and do good deeds, Miss Marvelous said gently. Without that, you will lose your shine and be very sad indeed. I know, said the princess. That was exactly what had happened. Look, she's feeling pretty sad. Do you think maybe she'll have another chance? I don't know. Let's see. The princess remembered how sparkly she felt when she shared her pretty pink princess cake with Chloe. She remembered how sparkly she felt when she gave the doll back to the little girl. She remembered how sparkly she felt on her birthday when she shared her toys. And she remembered how sparkly she felt long before the magic dress, when she played and laughed with Prince Chase and Prince Polly. Suddenly the princess shouted, I get it! When I thought only about me, myself, and I, my dress turned dark. I am so sorry. Sorry to everyone. Yes, said Miss Marvelous, when you are giving and kind, when you share and think of others, you will be happy, and then your dress will shine forever. With that, the mirror beamed again, and when Princess Gabby opened her eyes, her dress was radiant. Princess Gabby put her dress back on. She looked at herself in the mirror and at the light twinkling on the walls around her. She learned a valuable lesson that day. If you make the light shine in others, it will shine in you too. Isn't that a wonderful lesson? Let's read that again. If you make the light shine in others, it will shine in you too. Isn't that wonderful? Once again, the princess began to shine all through her house, and all through her school, and all through her village, and all through her country, and all through the world. Isn't that wonderful? That story teaches us that when we make others shine, that when we make them happy, we are happy too, and we are sparkly and beautiful. Have you ever heard the words, beauty is as beauty does? That's kind of confusing, but that's what this story teaches us. We are the most beautiful when we do beautiful things for other people. Well, I hope that you loved this book, Princess Gabby Girl. If you look down below, then you can find where you can buy this wonderful book for your own collection. Thanks so much for coming, and come back. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.